All right, so welcome, 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 and hello, Women Empower Network. I'm so excited today to have a mother-daughter duo coaching. How about that? Not only are they mother-daughter, but they have a coaching practice together. So I can't wait to introduce Theresa and Ariel and have them share their secrets.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate you taking the time out for us today.
We're excited to chat with all of the group members today and share some little nuggets that we hope that will help. So, I'm Ariel Eversoll. I'm the daughter.
I'm Mother Teresa Richard. I like to keep myself in that light
I love
because we know
that.
it's not so true. So I'll let her go ahead and kind of fill you in who we are and what we're doing.
Yes. So we're in Arizona. That's what part of the world we are in, sunny Arizona. And so, kind of like you had said, we are a mother-daughter coaching duo. And we started our business last year. It's called Impact and Empower Inc. And so we're all about empowering women and helping mothers and daughters, empower themselves, heal their wounding, and, come together and empower their relationships. So, they can build a healthier, stronger bond with each other. And so, um, you know, my mom was coaching first for several years, working with women, midlife women, helping them, empower themselves. And so, what she had found, through coaching many women is this thing kept coming up, as the basis, the foundation of this disempowerment that they were feeling. And it was this mother wounding. And so, she realized like this is something, right? This is just, it's not just like one or two or three women, this is like
The
every
majority,
woman,
yeah, the majority of them. Yep.
And so, through coaching more and more women, then I decided I wanted to be coaching. I was working in her business behind the scenes, doing marketing and all of that fun stuff, because that's where I come from. That's my background. And so, I was just seeing the lives being changed. And, I was like, I want to be in on this. And so I think I've always been a coach, people are always coming up to me and asking for advice. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go get certifications. I've worked through a lot of my own traumas and, different things. And so I decided I want to become a coach. And so then last year we were like, you know what, we're seeing so many mothers and daughters hurting, not having a good relationship, lots of conflict, a lot of struggle, a lot of contention. And, we have such a great relationship and, we want that for other mothers and daughters. And so, with seeing the mother wounding going on, so we're like, let's, create this coaching business together, be a mother-daughter pair helping other mother daughters. And so that's kind of how it all started. And it's been a fun journey so far. And, there's nothing better than, you know, being able to help other women and help them have more, healthy and empowered lives. So,
Yeah, and these women, it's so funny when we go out and we do a lot of things together. We're very active in our community and just do a lot of activities together. And people always will ask us, "Oh my God, how do you have such a strong relationship? I could never with my daughter." And it was making us really sad. Like some of the things we would hear mothers say about, excuse me, about their daughters and daughters say about their mothers. And we're like, something isn't right. There's something broken. And it's like an epidemic almost. And we're like, what can we do? And how can we help other mother daughters get to where we're at? And it does. It takes work. It takes understanding yourself, accepting each other, their differences that we have, and feeding into those differences. Like I love to learn from her. I love how she thinks. She can show me a whole new world that I've never even thought of. Right? I'm in the older generation and it's like, oh, yeah, this is wonderful. I love this. And instead of fighting with it, and my way's right, and you got to do it my way. I'm like, no, teach me, tell me what's going on in your generation so that I can learn and understand. So it's a great combination, and that's how we approach the business. we have mothers and daughters. I take care of moms, she takes care of daughters, where we can empathize with them, because we understand where they're coming from. So it's just an amazing, amazing coaching, yeah, dynamic. It's amazing. So
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun.
Well, let me ask you, does it take both people to start the journey of healing, or can you work with just one or the other?
no, we can work with just one. And a lot of times that's what happens is we start with one, and we found the majority of the daughters coming first because they're more right, they're more connected into the internet. They're more, they allow themselves to be vulnerable way more than my generation did. Right? It was, oh my God, you can't air your dirty laundry or talk about that. So we find that a lot of times the daughter comes on board, and as she gets healthier and she starts changing in her own skin and feeling better about herself, it does something to mom, like whatever she's doing, I want it. Right? What's happening? Let me have some of that. Where then the daughter will bring on mom. So we do a little bit of everything. We do one-on-ones. We do
2-on-2.
2-on-2. We have, what else do we do? We do
We have a retreats. So we have
retreats.
mother-daughter retreats.
And we're starting group programming probably towards the end of April, where we're going to get a bunch of mother and daughters together and do a group session.
Group coaching.
And you'll be offering that online?
Yes.
Yes, everything's through Zoom.
Except for the retreats. Sometimes we do workshops. We'll do, local workshops and whatnot, but the retreat is the only one that, is in person, and that will be here in Arizona, in Sedona, which is like, the healing wellness, one of the capitals of the world, with all the energy vortexes that are there. And so we're really excited for that upcoming retreat.
Yeah, and we get to work. The beautiful thing about the internet is we don't have to stay in the United States. And because we are way further advanced in women getting empowered than other countries, we're finding a lot of women, India, Germany, France. We work with women all over the world. And that's where we're seeing a lot of dysfunction in the relationship between mothers and daughters. Right? We had the patriarchy and the sexism that comes along with all of that. And so they're still very new to it. They're trying to break out where we've kind of started it. I think Americans have really stepped up to the plate of women empowering themselves. And so we're finding that we're getting to expand all over in different countries. And it's absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Oh, this is healing on the deepest level, because healing that initial first relationship in your life, I think is so empowering and important in going forward. What would you recommend or say to someone who feels like for myself, who had a mother who had, challenges that we weren't able to heal together? What would you say to someone?
So, first I want to say, commend you for taking the action step to say, you know what, even though, mom's not on board with, trying to fix this relationship, I want to get myself some healing, right? It takes a lot to be able to do that, say that there's something wrong to begin with, right? And acknowledge that. And so that's kind of the first step. And so I'd say congratulations if you want to, start working on yourself. And we can help you heal, as an individual. Like my mom said, a lot of people come to us because mom's not on board and they want to start their healing journey. And so, absolutely, if you need help, you need to reach out and start working on yourself, because again, we can't change other people, right? We can want them to change. We can hope and pray and, have faith that they'll change. But at the end of the day, we have to take responsibility for ourselves, and heal ourselves. And so, admitting that there's an issue is the first step. And then, right, building that awareness. You got to build the awareness and say, okay, where's the breakdown? What's going on? How has this affected me? And how is it affecting all of parts of my life? Because that wound, right? That mother wound, that's that foundational attachment that we have. And so if that's broken, it affects all parts of our lives.
And also, you you don't have your mother any longer, is that correct?
Mhm.
So same with me. I learned all this stuff after my mom had passed away. And the beautiful thing about it is through the work, I had to understand my mother, which
Mhm.
healed wounds that I didn't even know why they existed. And
Mhm.
through understanding we as women and the trials and tribulations that we go through, we heal even when moms are gone.
Mhm.
Or if mom doesn't want to be healed, sometimes mom wants no part of it. So we have to say, okay, let me heal myself. And through healing myself, I'm going to start understanding my mom and the patterns so that I don't bring these forward to the next generation.
Mhm.
So it's beautiful when mom can be there, but not always.
It's not
It's not gonna,
necessary to heal.
yeah, and it's not always going to happen.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just have to do for yourself and heal yourself. And, kudos to you for being able to do that.
Mhm.
I think the very first realization in my early 20s was the first part was if I didn't think like my mother, I wouldn't be my mother. And I was like, well, wow, if all these thoughts are my mom's thoughts, what are mine? And it took
Yes.
me 20 years to figure out that I get to decide what my thoughts are.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, right? We from age 0 to 7, we're just like this sponge, right? This brain that is learning how to do everything. And so that's when all of our programming is set for life. And if you don't change it, then that's what you're
Run
set,
on.
you're gonna run on. And
Mhm.
so, like you said, those, that voice in our head, that inner critic, or these things, right? That's not our thoughts or our beliefs or our, a lot of times our identity, because that was our moms or caregivers or whoever was around us. And like you said, right, it's like this wake up light bulb moment, like, wow, I've been running on these thoughts that aren't even mine. And who am I? What do I actually think? What do I actually believe? Who am I as a person separate from my are we're raised to self-abandon ourselves as women, right? And people please and serve everybody else first. We're last on our own priority list. And so we're living the lives that people expect us to live, and we don't even know who we are, what we want.
And that's why we get angry and frustrated and
Mhm.
depressed. All of
Resentful.
that comes into play because we're
Mhm.
not being true to ourselves.
Mhm. And so, we see this a lot with our clients, these realizations that come up, and, we start, making them aware of what's really going on and how this, um, attachment or not attachment, has affected all parts of their life, and seeing that, it's like handing the baton from one generation to the next, this backpack of these unhealed wounds keep getting passed down until, like, you comes in, and breaks that cycle, for any future generations. And so, yeah, it's really exciting work, to be doing, and to see, how healing these deep seated wounds, helps them empower themselves in every part of their life.
And a lot of people try to change on the surface, and you can't change. Change is one of those things that we battle constantly. We hear the word change, and it's like, fear comes out and all of these things. So, what we have to do is we have to go into our subconscious. We have to go back in time. Where did I learn it? How did I learn it? What happened in my life where I can reprogram it, because the programs are somebody else's. It's like, wait a minute, let's go back and reprogram it into my beliefs so that I can carry on the life that's right for me. And a lot of women fear that. And a lot of women fear that because growing up, we didn't have boundaries with our moms. Mom ruled the roost. We were so fearful of stepping up and saying, no, mom, this doesn't work. I'm putting up this boundary because we feared losing love, right? We didn't want her to reject us even more, especially if she already had that tendency. So we will go ahead and say, all right, I'm not going to put up any boundaries. I'm going to let her treat me the way she does. out of fear. So when we learn why we do what we do, and we become aware of our programming, that's when we can go in and change it.
That is so beautiful, and it's so true. And I think one of the first things that occurred to me for my own healing with my mother, and like you said, we can't change another person, is I let go of expectations. I let go of thinking that she should be this way or that way or the other, and just started seeing her for who she was without judgment. That was huge.
Absolutely. And we have to let expectations of ourselves go. We have expectations of ourselves that we hold all the time. And again, it's not our expectations. And when we let all expectations go, we can build up fresh.
Yeah, and it's not an overnight process.
Oh no.
You know.
No. You know, healing, right? People think healing is going to be like this glorious, beautiful thing. It is on the other side when you get to the other side, but it's really hard, right? You have to pretty much demolish and deconstruct everything you thought you knew. And, you have to look at it from a completely different perspective and lens, your life up until that point. And so, healing is hard. It's trying to face those things that are so deeply ingrained and programmed, and then too, people don't think about that, sometimes you lose people when you heal, right? You're ascending and you can't bring some of those people with you to that next phase in your life. And so, it is, coming up and saying, you know what, I need this help. I need to make a change. It's really hard. Only what 3% of people
can make that change.
Can make that change because so many people let fear keep them stuck. And so, yeah, it's amazing thing, when these women come to us and they're like, we're ready. We're ready to make that difference. We're ready to go all in, do whatever it takes to start that healing process, whether it's on their own or together as a mother-daughter pair.
Yeah, as soon as we see and feel change, it's uncomfortable and we quit like that. It's like, oh my God, I can't handle this. No, you can handle it, right? If you have the support, you have somebody guiding you, showing you, holding space for you, knowing that you can change. Once you get, it's almost like a valley, right? So we're on top of this and we want to change. I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm going to change. Well, then we start going down the hill into the valley and we're like, not sure I can do this. And then we get at the bottom of the valley and we're like, this is tough. I can't do it. And if we just hold on and we keep pushing forward, we're going to get back on the other side of that and change happens. And then you feel this elated emotion that you actually took the time to change and have a better life. So that's where we come in, is we help people get through that change because it is so difficult, but it is so worth it.
Oh, I second that. I mean, I did it on my own, and something you were saying, you have this identity that's been given to you, and then when you talk about taking it away or rewriting it, it's like, well, wait, who am I without this identity? That's scary. I don't know who I am without it. And to live in that void for a while until you redefine it.
Yeah, because everything you knew and thought and believed, it's like, what do you mean? You're taking that away from me, and we put up that fight instantly because of that, because that's fearful, right? We don't know the other side of us, but it's so beautiful to learn it. That's for sure.
That's gosh, I just love what you two are doing. It's so beautiful. Is there any parting words that you would like to share with the group?
I would say for anybody out there that is, struggling with their mother-daughter relationship, don't wait. No, don't wait to get help. Don't wait to start your healing journey, because it is difficult, but I'll tell you, on the other side of it, you're gonna just be the most happy and joyful person, and if it's just you, still do it.
Yeah, don't wait for the other person. Take care of yourself.
And and again, when you start to change, everybody's going to start to recognize that change. And so sometimes, right, mom will come on board and see, what is going on? She's showing up different. She's not reactive. She's not explosive with me. She's this, that. And so sometimes, you know, mom will come on board. So it's up to you to take that first step, you know, if mom's not on board. So don't be afraid. And, you know, if you need help, if, you know, getting through it, and we're here. We're here
Yeah,
to help.
and don't let the generations below you suffer anymore, right?
Mhm.
They suffered above us, but we have the ability and the control to change things.
Yeah.
So this younger generation is, right, they're going to be the change that we all need.
Oh, we can't hear you.
I want to let everybody know that below this interview, we'll put in the comments how you can get in touch with Ariel and Theresa and get the support you need. I mean, that is huge because they've been there and they understand what you're going through, what you're going to go through, and the rewards on the other side. So having a community of support, I think, is one of the biggest keys. You don't have to do this alone.
Absolutely. And so, you know, you can go to our website, it's impactandempower.com. There you can check out our free resources. We have mother-daughter conflict worksheet guides, some other worksheet guides for anybody who would like those. Find out more about, you know, our coaching as well as our retreat. And so, yeah, and if you guys have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer those for you.
Thank you,
That's
Ginny.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you.